Hello everyone. So in the last lecture, we did some important rules and various usage of articles. Hope everything is clear to you all. So let's continue further with our today's lecture. Now we will start with a few practice questions. So first try solving the questions on your own. I will give you some time to solve it, then we will discuss. So here is the question. You need to find the grammatical error. Now solve this question. So is it done? Now let's tally. We generally don't have lunch, but we always make sure to eat good breakfast. So in this sentence, the grammatical error lies in option C. So we don't use articles before the names of meal. We just did this rule. But here's an exception. When an adjective is used before the name of a meal to describe it, then we have to use an article. So keep this exception in mind. So here article can be used because here adjective is used before meal, name of the meal. Hence we will use article A before good breakfast. Hence the correct statement would be, we generally don't have lunch, but we always make sure to eat a good breakfast. Moving on, solve this. So is it done? Let's solve. Passengers are waiting for the trains at the platform 2. So in this sentence, again the grammatical error lies in option C. We never use article the before noun plus number. So here's an important rule which states, keep this rule in mind, do not use the indefinite article or the definite article with nouns that are immediately followed by a number or a letter. I will repeat it again. Do not use the indefinite article or the definite article with nouns that are immediately followed by a number or a letter. So now coming back to our question, in the above statement, platform 2 is your noun plus number. Platform is your noun and 2 is your number. Hence, it is incorrect to use the before noun plus number. Hence, the correct statement would be, passengers are waiting for the train at platform 2. Now, moving on, solve this. Now, is it done? Let's tally. The both boys played very well in the final game of the tournament. So, the grammatical error lies in option A. So, our correct answer is option A. So, as we discussed before, article the is used after both, all, half and so on. So, here in this question, article the is used before both, which is wrong. It should be used after both. Hence, the correct statement would be both the boys played very well in the final game of the tournament. Now, moving on. So, is it done? Let us check the answer. The management has decided to set up its new center in north part of the city. So, our correct answer is C. In this sentence, the grammatical error is in option C. We use article the before the names of primary directions like north, south, east and west. So, we studied this rule earlier in usage of definite article. For example, you can say the sun rises in the east. So, in this statement, north is a primary direction. Hence, article the should be used before north. So, the correct sentence would be the management has decided to set up its new center in the north part of the city. Moving on, solve this. So, let us discuss. The opposition parties can take the heart from the latest opinion polls conducted by various media outlets. So, in this sentence, the grammatical error lies in option A. So, some phrases are fixed and adding articles in between them distorts the real meaning. So, basically take heart. Take heart is the correct phrase, meaning to feel more positive about something, to be encouraged. For example, his father inspired him to take heart in adverse situation. Hence, the correct statement would be the opposition parties can take heart from the latest opinion polls conducted by various media outlets. Now, let us solve another question. So, is it done? Let us discuss. In a recent post on social media, Shilpa Shetty wrote that integrity of her husband is beyond doubt. So, the grammatical error lies in option B. Now, please note that generally we do not use an article before an abstract noun. So, here integrity is your abstract noun, but whenever an abstract noun is mentioned with a reference, then that reference makes its use in a specific sense. Hence, article the should be used in such cases. We studied this rule earlier also in omission of articles topic as an exception. So, hence we can take an example. The beauty of Manali is worth seeing. So, here beauty, here again beauty is an abstract noun mentioned with reference of Manali. This means the sentence is not talking about beauty in general, but it is talking about the beauty concerned with Manali. Hence, this makes the abstract noun specific despite being uncountable. Hence, we will use the article the before beauty of Manali. Similarly, coming back to the question in the above sentence, integrity is an abstract noun with reference of her husband. Hence, the integrity of her husband is correct. So, the correct statement would be, in a recent post on social media, Shilpa Shetty wrote that the integrity of her husband is beyond doubt. Moving on, solve this. Is it done? So, the answer is option D. I have read his 2 novels, but the second one is better of the 2. So, the error lies in option D. As we discussed before, article the is used before an adjective in the comparative degree when not more than 2 things or persons are being compared. For example, he is the braver of the 2 ministers. Thus, over here the will be used before better to make the sentence grammatically correct. Hence, the correct statement would be, I have read his 2 novels, but the second one is the better of the 2. Moving further, solve this question. So, now let us tally. Sea seems calm and full to the brim in the months of October and November. So, this sentence again is grammatically incorrect and your error lies in option B. As we discussed earlier, definite article the is used before such common nouns that are unique of their kind, for example, sky, sea, the sun and so on. So, the correct statement would be, the sea seems calm and full to the brim in the months of October and November. Moving further, solve this question. So, now let us tally. The government has vowed to provide more money to help poor again. So, in this sentence the grammatical error lies in option C. As we studied earlier, in usage of the definite article is used before certain adjectives, that is adjectives of quality to indicate a class. So, here the sentence is talking about a particular class of people who are poor. In the above sentence, the government is trying to help the poor, hence we must use article the before the word poor to represent the group of people who are poor. Hence, the correct sentence would be, the government has vowed to provide more money to help the poor. Now, your last question, solve this. So, now let us discuss. HR noticed that Swati was first to reach the office on Monday. So, again our correct answer is option B. As we discussed earlier, article the is used before the ordinals. So, ordinals are your first, second, third, fourth and so on. So, here first is your ordinal. So, according to the rule, the should be used before first. Hence, the correct statement would be, HR noticed that Swati was the first to reach the office on Monday. So, moving on, next question, solve this question. So, let us tally. Sam suggested to his siblings that they should go to the school regularly and do their homework sincerely. So, the grammatical error lies in option C. So, articles are basically omitted before school, college, university, church, hospital, prison and so on, when these places are used for their primary purpose. We studied this rule earlier in omission of articles. So, in the above sentence, the should not be used before school, since here school is mentioned in relation to its primary motive. Hence, the correct sentence would be, Sam suggested to his siblings that they should go to school regularly and do their homework sincerely. Next, so is it done? Let us discuss. The Ramayana tells us a story of love and respect, wherein Mahabharata deals with more grave political intricacies. So, the error lies in option B. We use definite article the before holy books and scriptures. Hence, in this sentence, article the will be used before Mahabharata, just like it has been used before Ramayana. So, the correct sentence would be, the Ramayana tells us a story of love and respect, wherein the Mahabharata deals with more grave political intricacies. Next, solve this. So, let us tally. I inspired him to take the action in all adverse situations and emerge out to be a true winner. In the sentence, the grammatical error lies in option A. Some phrases are fixed and adding articles in between them distorts their real meaning. For example, take heart, take care and so on. So, here take action is the correct phrase. Hence, the should be removed. So, the correct sentence is I inspired him to take action in all adverse situations and emerge out to be a true winner. Moving on, solve this. Now, let us discuss. The warden asked the boys to return to the hostel before the sunset. So, the grammatical error lies in option D. Article is omitted before certain parts of day and night like dawn, dusk, sunset, sunrise, etc. Hence, in the above sentence, the should not be used before sunset. So, the correct sentence would be the warden asked the boys to return to the hostel before sunset. Moving on, next. So, is it done? Let us tally. He has been promoted to the rank of the SP. So, the grammatical error lies in option C. Article is not used with the following phrases: kind of, type of, sort of, variety of, rank of, post of, title of and so on. So, here rank of is used. Hence, remove the article the before SP. So, the correct sentence would be he has been promoted to the rank of SP. So, that is it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed today's lecture. Thank you.